competition drives innovation
Yep.
and pushes companies to create new things. And this is good to see. And same thing in the 4 mil category. So HLR 5 mil, Victory just released the VLR
Yep.
in the 4 mil category. So there's a lot that has come from Victory this year. The VLR was released later in the year, so it just released, I think, in like
It was December,
October, November. We got ours in November. We got them early.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it was October when they launched that. I believe. Yeah,
And we got them in November.
Yep.
And so kind of late in the season for somebody to change as far as hunting goes. But if you're a 5 mil guy, I think the VLR is going to be another really great option for you. It's just a new 4 mil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have the VAP series, VAP TKOs. Now they've got the VLR, which is a lighter 4 mil option, right?
Well, they have the VAP TKO, and then now the VLR. So yeah, there's a bunch of different options for them.
What's the big
And then
difference?
there's also still the VAP SS. So
that's their super heavy. They've got light, medium, and heavy.
Yeah.
So when we look at like a 300 spine in VLR,
It should be a 9.0.
Yes. Thank you, JR. And then if you go to like a VAP TKO,
There's our 9.7.
let's take a look real quick.
For some reason,
9.5.
9.5. Okay.
So they're close,
Yep.
but the VLR is still a lighter formula option. So again, if you want more FOC, VLR is going to be the better option to go with. They have them available in their elites, their gamers, and their sport. So 1,000, 3,000s, and 5,000s.
Yep.
So I really am expecting to see a lot of VLRs at TAC. Just because it's new.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly probably what I think I'm going to run this year. I've already built some up, and I'm running the TAC HPs in the back and a 4-flitch with the standard insert and 100 grain head, and I'm sitting at 420-ish grains, I think. So I'm going to really enjoy that for a good TAC arrow.
Yeah, you're going to really be able to stretch that sight tape out. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the 5.0, if I'm going to do something different.
Yeah, the 5.0 was a great arrow. It really was. But just since we're on Victory, though, I love the aesthetics of Victory. Their arrows, nobody can touch them.
Hard to beat, dude. I mean, even Cody was like, "This is a good looking arrow," and they really are, man. I mean, so from everything that they put into them, it's a 1.5 K weave, so they're supposed to recover a little bit faster, and that weave on that arrow just looks fantastic, man. They're sharp looking. The best thing about a Victory 2 on all their arrows is the nano-ceramic coating. They're so easy to pull on targets. The
ice coating.
Dude, it is super clean, and it does make a big difference when it comes to pulling targets. And I think it honestly does aid in penetration.
It does.
Right? Especially, it's just a slicker surface area. So obviously, whatever it comes in contact with, it's going to slip through a little bit easier. Right.
Yep.
So,
and then 4 mil is, smallest diameter that you can get for hunting, and it's going to be great for pastures.
Absolutely.
Less surface area.
The other cool thing that Victory does, I think, that people appreciate is how they spine align all of their shafts. So it eliminates you from having to do it. They already come from the factory indicated with pre-spined align, which is a nice feature. So there are a lot of features that Victory offers that I think people really appreciate. One, the aesthetics of it. Two, the coating on it for pulling. And then three, the spine alignment that they indicate on all of their shafts. Just makes, if you're fletching your own arrows, very easy to indicate where the stiffest side of the spine is.
And that's one thing to keep in mind too, is when you're tuning your bow, I would recommend doing it with a bare shaft on that, just to see which way your spine likes to be. Generally speaking though, most bows like to have the spine down. So that way you know for indexing your arrow.
You run them down for the Victories for most of them?
Yeah, run that spine down. So where it says spine line, run that on the bottom.
Good to know.
Just a little tip.
So
should make it easier for tuning.
Yeah, and interesting enough, Easton claims that there is no stiff side of the arrow. And depending on who you talk to and how you check the stiffness of the spine, that's doesn't seem to be the case for some people, at least according to some people.
Yep. So I've done a lot of testing with it. I don't really notice anything like spinning them, even with the weight and everything, doing it by the book how it says to do it. I don't notice a stiffer size. I've done a lot of testing on the 4 mils specifically, so I can't state for the 5 mils, like the 5.0s and all that. I haven't done any testing with those, but on the 4 mils, I have noticed that there is no stiff part on that spine. You can flex them though. There's a certain way you can do that. If you just put an insert in both sides, put a field point in there, and use a press, you can actually kind of find the way that the arrow rebounds. You can find a stiffer spot there.
Interesting. I mean, that's all good information. And I think that's really diving into the weeds. So for me, people are like, hey, I knock tune every arrow.
Nope.
I don't do any of that.
I don't either. I've gone down the rabbit holes with all that stuff. And believe me, only thing I do is I'm consistent on where I want the logos. I have my logo facing out.
That's how I am.
And that's all I do.
So all of my knocks, it's got like the little tab on it. All of them face in for me for
Mine
indexing.
face out.
Okay. So we're the opposite there, but as long as it's consistent and I shoot one, I pick an arrow, I put it through paper. As long as it bullet holes, I run them and I'm yet to have an issue. And now, my focus is bow hunting. Right. So I don't weight sort all my arrows. I don't spin all my shafts. I don't do any of that. I get my arrows. And I'll buy a handful from us, or, rarely do I buy a full dozen. I'm like that guy that doesn't hardly ever do that. That's why I was so big on offering our shafts individual at Extreme Outfitters, because I'm the guy that's not going to buy a full dozen. Maybe I'll buy 6. Typically I buy exactly what I need and I'm good.
How many does my quiver hold? 5? Okay, I need 5 arrows.
Let's run 5. And I don't overcomplicate it at all, and I'm yet to have an issue with it. But again, I am bow hunter. Like I'm not a target guy. I'm not looking for incredible, super tight precision, but I do shoot fairly well, I would say. And I'm very consistent. And I tucked those FMJ Maxes after I got back from Kentucky, and I went and shot them at 71 yards, and those at 71 yards are touching. So one, that just attributes to the quality of the FMJ Max and how reliable and how wrong I was about aluminum. And 2, I didn't knock tune those. I didn't weight sort. I didn't spin those. I grabbed those. Those are 2, and then I shot them, and they performed. All my arrows have performed exceptionally well with a broadhead on them. So do you need to dive in the weeds on that? If you enjoy it, cool. If not, I don't think it's something that necessarily needs to be done.
If you're bored and it's a rainy day out and you want to play around, absolutely. Have fun.
And then you can drive yourself crazy, and then you can call us and say, well, these arrows aren't spinning perfectly and this and that. And we'll say, man, listen, there's call Easton. I don't know what else to tell you. It's wild, man. I think it's definitely easy to get consumed by. Arrows are the one thing in archery that we see most people battle. And I don't think you have to do that.
Not at all. I mean, unless you really want to. And if you want to start pulling out your hair and getting gray hairs from it, like I said, by all means, dive down that rabbit hole.